I'm Jeff Davies, and I'm the creator of the Decal pack about which you are curious and want to know how to use the new wear and tear functions. I'm starting this with the modern hazard signs decal pack, but I am updating all of my other decal packs to use this new material. So you may see some new updates if you own any of my other decal packs. All the customizations are done at the material instance level. If you want the same decal but with different customizations, you will need to create a new material instance for each one. There are three main areas for customization: scratches, grime, and damage. They are mostly similar, but with a slight difference that I will cover now. All of the new maps that I use, these are the texture maps, I just call them maps. All the maps that I just show wear and tear are simple JPEGs or PNGs that do not use the alpha channel. All of the maps are 2K textures. You can use other size textures if you want, but the ones I provide are 2K. 2K really does a good job. Let's start with scratches. For this, we're going to take a look at our biohazard decal here. I'm going to open this. And when it comes up, it shows us everything we need to know about it. You see the decal color, the decal alpha. For the most part, you don't change these. You might want to tweak the metallic and the roughness and that sort of good stuff, but let's come on down here and start with scratches. So scratches have a number of different features here. First is you're going to need a map. This is the scratches map that I've got selected, but you're also going to probably want to turn on all these other aspects. So I want the color of the scratch. I'm going to make it red for now so it really stands out. And then you're going to want to set the strength. So let's set the scratch to strength at 1. And it's very hard to see, but they are there. So you may want them to be stronger. Just boost the strength. Let's go to 10. And you can see the scratches now. You can change the color to whatever other color you might like. Doesn't really matter. White is a common one, but it's entirely up to you. Now, along with that, you can rotate these scratches or any of the textures. And you do that by setting the scratch rotation angle or percentage. This is a percentage that goes from 0 to 1, with 1 being 100%. So if we do 0.1, that would be 10%, which is about 36 degrees. So you can see it starts to rotate, and you can customize yours that way. Now, sometimes you want to offset them a little bit, and you can change it by changing the center. Right now, by default, the center is the absolute center of the texture. So 50% across, 50% down from the top. If you want to change where it rotates, you can just change these values here. And that'll change where the center rotates. And now, when we do the rotation, you'll see it's going to change very dramatically. So let's set this back for a second to see that a little better. Let's set the G, which is the y-axis, over by 0.1. All right, now if I'm going to rotate it, you can see how the rotation takes effect. Turn those in red just so you can see them even better. So I'm going to hit save. Let's take a look at this in the regular window. And you can see what that looks like. Now let's go back and let's change the grime or the grunge. So I want to turn on the grime. I want to turn on the map, which has a strength of 1. This one I pre-rotated. And let's go ahead and save that to see if we can see it. So let's turn the strength up to, let's say 1. It's got a little bit. Let's go to 2. I want to see it a little more. And by default, it comes down from the top. I don't really want it to come down from the top on this decal. I want it to come up from the bottom. So we're going to rotate it by 50%, 0.5 or 180 degrees. And now we can I'm trying to affect the Y, but because we rotate it 180 degrees, it's actually affecting its X location. All right, so we go ahead and turn that back to 0. And here I can change, well, here I can change the X. I think I'm going a little crazy. But you can customize it this way to get the grime exactly the way you want it. You can make the grime a little darker if you want. Make it a little nastier, make it a little more, add a little green to it. That's all well and good. Let's save that. Let's take a look, and you can see how it affects the decal. And the third one that you can modify now is called the damage. So if we take a look at the damage, which shows up at the top, I'm going to turn on all these aspects here, the damage map, all that good stuff. Damage is actually able to sort of punch through or eat through the decal, so you see the underlying texture. So let's take a look at this here. Let's set the damage strength to 1 to see what we get. We get a little bit. Set it to 2. And we are going to rotate this a bit. All right, so go to 0.5. And I'm going to eat up that bottom area. So this part here. So now the bottom's going to look chewed up. It's got some damage to the center. Let's save this and take a look at it and see it a little better. You can see how it eats through the decal into the back. Now, the advantage of this is you can use any texture you want for the damage or the scratches or the grime. You're free to make your own. You're free to use any of the great textures from Quixel Bridge or anything like that. You'll find them in the textures folder under damage, scratches, and wear. These are where I store the ones that I ship with. But you are free to add any textures you want. They're all 2K textures. These are all simple JPEGs. You can use PNGs. PNGs tend to be a little fatter. You don't need any alpha. So I wouldn't worry about that. Oh, let's look at that. T damage 2. I'm going to take a peek at that one real quick. They see how easy it is to add damage, scratches, grunge, whatever you like to any of the decals here. Now, because we're doing this at the material instance level, if I wanted to have another copy of this decal that had different damage or scratches or what have you, I could do it, but I'd have to create a new material instance. That's really all I have here. Other than that, they're all the same textures you had before. You just have a greater ability to customize their view or to customize their appearance to your specific needs. All right, I hope that helps. Give me a shout if you have any questions. You can reach me on my Discord channel, or you can get a hold of me on the Unreal Engine Marketplace, and soon the new Fab.com Marketplace, I assume. If not, you can reach me at Jeff.Davies, Jeff period DAV is in Victor, IES at yahoo.com. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.